All right, we're going live now. 2, 1 on YouTube and TikTok. Going live, going live. All right, so let's go over some things. This is the day after Thanksgiving. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in, and let's look at some of the things that are going on. You want to touch bases with? Supposedly, there's chaos in the DOJ um, following the shocking dismissal. It wasn't shocking. I mean, it wasn't done well. Yeah, true. Ah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're not. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh whatever. This dude knew that Hillary was guilty, but he played the prosecutor when he should have let it go to the DOJ. This dude knowingly goes after President Trump, knowing that the information was false, just to entrap Trump's staff. So he's a traitor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, the fools. Oh yeah. Come on, DOJ. Come on, shut this traitor up. Bizarre. Yeah. 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 Yes. All right. So that's one breaking news, and they're riding it to the core. All right. Now, what the heck is this? All right. So some other things that I want to cover today. Let's take a look. This is one of my favorites for those on TikTok now that we've been doing a battle royal on here about abiogenesis and evolution. So let's have a listen.
Secular paper admits unreasonable likelihood of abiogenesis by J.K. Baer, Ph.D. Thursday, September 4th, 2025. A recent Popular Science article begins with the words, "A new study published in July 2025 tackles one of science's most profound mysteries. How did life first emerge from non-living matter on early Earth?" One, as is so typical in such articles, the author simply assumes that life did naturally arise from non-living chemicals. It is almost as if he is attempting to frame the debate by excluding from the outset even the possibility of supernatural creation.
Right.
Instead of asking how life naturally arose, scientists and thinking people everywhere would do well to ask the question, did life naturally arise or was it created? As described in both popular and technical papers, systems biology professor Robert G. Endres attempted to estimate the requirements for the spontaneous generation of a hypothetical protocell from a primordial soup on early Earth. Point 1. 2. He concluded that such a protocell, with an information content of about a billion bits, could, in principle, spontaneously arise from primordial soup in 500 million years, but only if a small fraction of the interactions leading to the protocell are consistently preserved over vast stretches of time. 2. Endres acknowledged the formidable entropic and informational barriers to the formation of such a protocell. Point 2. In spite of these barriers, Endres stated that abiotic evolution, however slow and strange, remains a viable, if mind-bending, explanation. 2. But if abiotic or chemical evolution really is viable, why is it strange and mind-bending?
Yeah.
Apparently, Endres is not terribly confident in life's ability to naturally arise from non-living chemicals because he throws out directed panspermia as a fallback option. Point 1. 2. Directed panspermia. The idea that intelligent extraterrestrials in the distant past seeded Earth with life is nothing new. It was suggested by molecular biologist Francis Crick, chemist Leslie Orgel, and astronomers Carl Sagan and Iosif Shklovsky in the mid-1960s and early 1970s. Point 3. 4. A little thought, however, quickly reveals that directed panspermia doesn't really explain life's origin.
Right.
If life on Earth were seeded here by intelligent extraterrestrials from outer space,
Right.
how did the extraterrestrials themselves come to be? Claiming that they, too, are the result of abiogenesis on their planet only pushes the problem further back in time, as does claiming that they are the result of another directed panspermia experiment performed by an even older civilization.
Right.
Calculations showing the unreasonableness of a naturalistic origin of life are nothing new. Long before the advent of the intelligent design movement, biblical creationists like ICR founders Dr. Henry M. Morris and Dr. Duane Gish were using probability calculations to demonstrate the unreasonableness of chemical evolution. Point 5. Evolutionists had no answer to them then, and they still have no answer. Wealthy evolutionists are offering a $10 million prize to anyone who can provide a plausible naturalistic explanation for life's origin. But this prize remains unclaimed to this day. Point 6. In 2020. Renowned Rice University chemist and outspoken Christian Dr. James Tour drew criticism from evolutionists for claiming that origin of life researchers are clueless
They
about
are.
how life began. Point 7. But in 2011, Scientific American, despite its strong pro-evolution bias, had already conceded this point, acknowledging that scientists don't have a clue how life began. 8 in 2023. Tor stated he would publicly withdraw all his public criticisms of origin of life research if researchers could convincingly solve just one of 5 key challenges to
Yes.
chemical abiogenesis. Point 9, 10 today, in 2025. Origin of life researchers still have no response. The bottom line is that evolutionists have no good explanation
None.
for how life could arise from non-living chemicals.
Yes.
A supernatural creator is the only rational explanation for our
Yes.
existence.
Yes.
That creator, the Lord Jesus Christ, is
Amen.
also the Savior of the world and its coming King.
Amen.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men. 11.
Amen. So that is one of the stories I'll be putting out today. Now I want to go over something. This is going to be 10 stories I'm going to be trying to cover today. So bear with me, stay with me. I'm going to write these out, but here we go. We want to just give you a highlight what's going on.
Ukraine raids Zelensky aide's home in $100 million graft probe.
Wow.
This raid hits Ukraine's top negotiator during U.S. peace talks. It exposes energy sector kickbacks that drain war funds.
Yes.
Ukraine loses $100 million to insiders.
100.
The scandal weakens Zelensky's grip and stalls aid from allies. Recite: anti-graft agents searched Andriy Yermak's home today. They probe a $100 million nuclear scam.
Wow.
Zelensky's team fights corruption amid invasion.
Wow.
Zelensky chief of staff faces corruption charges in energy scandal. Corruption erodes Ukraine's fight against Russia. Officials siphon aid meant for defenses.
Wow.
This probe involves top aides and $100 million loss.
Yes.
It risks U.S. support cuts. Recite: Yermak, Zelensky's right-hand man, got raided. Nava hunts fraud in state nuclear deals. Billions in aid banished to crooks.
Wow.
Trump dissolves Doge after 8 months of failed cuts. Doge promised to slash government waste. It targeted $2 trillion, but delivered little. Dissolution wastes taxpayer time on empty reforms. Domestic policy stalls without real efficiency. Recite: Musk's Doge group shut down early. It chased fraud, but missed marks. Trump vowed cuts. Voters paid for hype.
I disagree on that one. What it did is open up, and this, you're going to have spin from reporters. It opened up and let us know what USAID did. It may have not been able to pull back all the $2 trillion. That, to me, when he said it, was outrageous number. I was like, what? But hope hope is always there to wage fraud and abuse, because we had a 37 to 38 trillion dollar deficit. So yes, I would love to see money pulled back at the $2 trillion mark. I thought it was unrealistic. However, go for it. But also through that, other areas, the Senate took it up, the House took it up. Other states started looking into it because it needs to be done. They're spending money. They're giving it to these NGOs who their friends are on staff, or if not, set up the NGO. Comes back around when they are up for election, that their friends give them a 50,000, 20,000, 250,000, whatever it is, whatever the limit is, legally or illegally. And so it's a cycle of your money. So yes, I enjoyed even the attempt. I have never seen the attempt in my lifetime at this scale. So yes, God bless Elon Musk, the President of the United States, Donald Trump.
CMS exposes $11.2 billion to fraud by botching contract closures. Medicare wastes billions on open deals. Poor oversight lets vendors overbill unchecked. This abuse hits seniors' care funds. Policy fix demands audits now.
Right?
Recite. Health agency left $11 billion open to scams.
Wow.
They failed to close old contracts right. Your taxes fund the mess. Trump halts all migration from.
Now, see, that is what I'm talking about. Because the momentum was started during and still is the Trump administration, we're looking at other areas where fraud and waste abuse is going on. Doge may be closed down, but other agencies are still doing their own doging. They doging themselves, and that's because the Trump administration has not given up on waste, fraud, and abuse. That's when you got the Somalians, waste, fraud, and abuse was going on, and also highlighted. So yes, I am enthused about what is going on. Thank God we won't get all the money back. No, you can't stop all corruption. You can't stop all evil. But what you can do is put an effort in, at least put an effort in to safeguard the billions and trillions of dollars that are going out the door.
Third world nations. New policy blocks entries after a border shooting. It targets Mexico and beyond,
All right.
ignoring asylum claims. Border chaos spikes with deportations. Foreign policy strains ties with allies.
Mm-hmm.
Recite. Trump pauses immigration from poor countries forever. Shooting sparked the order. Millions face removal. Walls rise higher.
And they need to be. Again, you can hear the liberal spin in this highlight. I'm not rework it, but yes, we need to know who's coming in. We need to know, just because you claim an asylum, that doesn't mean under Joe Biden policy that everybody comes in. 10 to 20 million people came in, unvetted, unsure, flew them in the dark at night, dumping them on communities where now some of these legal or illegal refugees, immigrants have if not a majority in that area, they have a significant voting bloc or presence to affect housing, services, schooling, traffic. It's all there, and it's all done by the Democrats to change the dynamics of the voting and also of the census.
U.S. suspends Afghan visas after deadly border attack.
Wow.
And Afghan shooters' rampage prompts visa freeze. It strands refugees fleeing Taliban rule. Border policy now eyes all from unstable zones. This move fuels global migration backlash.
Whatever.
Recite. Visa halt hits Afghans post-shooting. Trump ties it to security fears. Thousands wait in limbo. Borders tighten.
Got to. We just can't let anybody in like Joe Biden. It was going to snap at some point of time. Someone was going to whisper in one of the Afghans or others' ears, hey, in my humble opinion, there were operatives when they was in the other country. They are still, I would say, possibly manipulated by their handlers when they was in the foreign country. Someone can drop a word in it, hey, we'll protect you, or you do this, and run away, you can get away, we'll pay you this, that, and other. Possibly inside a job, pushed by the deep state. So we will see. But if paid talking heads can speculate, so can I. And that's all they've been doing with everything else from Russia to the other lies on Trump.
Tariffs spike artificial Christmas tree prices by 20%. Trump's duties on Chinese imports jack up holiday costs.
There's a need and there's wants. There's little pain that you might feel buying that doll from China. It's not the pain you're going to feel by when they take that same dollar that you spent in China and invade Japan, the Philippines, or Taiwan, or possibly Australia and New Zealand. So keep buying these little trinkets that mean nothing but for the moment. Oh, Johnny likes this little doll. Made in America must mean something again, and we need to get back to it. Policy needed to change. Thank God it has changed, and thank God we got 3 more years of President Trump. They already tried to take him out at least 2 to 3 times. So yes, these little trinkets, which the woke media is pushing hard to say, look, this doll that costs $2 is $5 now, or whatever. I don't care. We need to tariff to lock out these scavengers that's coming in, carpetbaggers from other countries, and say, hey, you have to pay to play in the United States. If you want to dump your goods in the United States, you pay a price. Then you come in and make them like up to 17 to 18 trillion dollars promised investment, which is starting to move. It's going to take years, but they just like they build their factories in China, they now need to build their factories in the United States. Move back, get good paying blue collar jobs back in America. Stop supporting the world's economic system. Support America economic system. Put us back on independence. We need to make our own drugs, our own ships, our own steel. We need to do these things. We need to make our own chips. We can't rely on Taiwan, help protect Taiwan, keep them safe. But we can't have 90% of the high value chips being made in Taiwan and have nothing for ourselves. We can't do it.
Treasuries passed $35 billion in fees to buyers. Financial recovery slows for families. Domestic policy hurts low-income shoppers. Recite, fake trees cost more this year. Tariffs add 20%. China pays, you do. Holidays sting.
Again, we need to, if not fully decouple from China, we need to pull back. We need to restore America. America first means something. It may not mean anything to the politicians like Joe Biden and the others that got China in their pocket, Mitch McConnell, those. But with Mitch McConnell and his family ties, we need to look at insider trading and Pelosi and all those. Those are not the things that the Democrat sponsored media wants to address, but we have to go at it. We have to show that, hey, all this graft is going on, is taking down America, and we got to stand up for it. America.
Tariffs cut demand, push unemployment to 4.5%. New duties weaken buying power nationwide. They had $158 billion in taxes, but killed jobs. Recovery stalls as inflation bites.
When you do a shift in anything, now I'm going to do a background of that. What happened when they sent jobs overseas? How many jobs did we lose? So initially, and then we got service jobs. They was telling us go be a servant, to the filthy rich. So I'm gonna look at that again, going by the twist of the headlines. It's negative, but I want a little bit more balance in there. I want a counter argument on that. So we'll work on it.
Policy trade-offs favor factories over workers. Recite, Trump tariffs hike taxes by $159 billion. Spending drops, jobs vanish. Unemployment climbs to 4.5%.
I'm gonna check that figure. We're gonna look into it. We'll get to the bottom of it. But again, if you start building factories in the United States and you remove low wage construction crews from America, that means the wages of the construction crews will go higher. Oh yes, the construction will go up, but you can import workers that are vetted, that come in on per day, per year, whatever, on a visa that you track. Remember, Joe Biden wanted 85,000 new IRS agents to track you. Donald Trump went to 150,000 to track them. It's a difference. We are looking internally for those who got in, who may be a danger. Joe Biden was looking in your wallet how to take more of your money. So you can let these grifters and these Democrat national operatives in the news media throw you a curveball, but you got to look at it on all sets in all ways. What is the angle that they're talking about? What is the angle they're working at? And is Trump bad? We good.
Ukraine graft probe jeopardizes U.S. peace deal funding. Euromac's scandal links to stalled talks. Corruption eats $100 million from energy aid. Foreign policy demands clean hands for support. Zelensky faces donor revolt. Recite. Zelensky aids raid rocks peace efforts. $100 million stolen from nukes. U.S. aid hangs by a thread.
All right, so we went over those 10. Put some music on while we throw up some more. Go at some more news.
Germany pays less while we foot the bill. Time to flip the script, bring back the skill. Detroit to Chicago, let's revive the scene. Turn rust to gold, make it glimmer and gleam. Energy, independence, pipelines flow. Jobs for the people, let the economy grow. No more foreign aid while our people starve. No more open borders that tear us apart. America's strength lies in its own land. Time to rise up, take a strong stand. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Let them beat okay up, or let them defend. We're done playing games, no need to pretend. South Korea, Israel, Europe can cope. It's America's time to harness the hope. From the Appalachians to Silicon Bay, every American deserves better pay. $1 trillion on debt, now that's a joke. Reinvest at home, let the vision provoke. America first, it's a time for change. Rebuild the homeland, let's rearrange. No more decline, our flag still waves. Land of the free, home of the brave. America first. Bring it home. America first. Bring it home. Yo, it's time to rebuild, let the truth be heard. America first, every action, every word. No more debt spirals, no more decline. Bring the billions back, let the city shine. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Look at Dubai, gleaming towers so high. Why can't we reflect that American pride? While Europe plays defense, we pay the cost. Trillions in debt, tell me what we lost. Homeless on the streets, bridges decaying, but billions overseas, and what we saying? Focus on the fam, rebuild the ground. Let the stars and stripes be the loudest sound. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Defense budget bloated, but for who we protect. While our infrastructure crumbles, man, show some respect. Germany pays less while we foot the bill. Time to flip the script, bring back the skill. Detroit to Chicago, let's revive the scene. Turn rust to gold, make it glimmer and gleam. Energy, independence, pipelines flow. Jobs for the people, let the economy grow. No more foreign aid while our people starve. No more open borders that tear us apart. America's strength lies in its own land. Time to rise up, take a strong stand. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Let them beat okay up, or let them defend. We're done playing games, no need to pretend. South Korea, Israel, Europe can cope. It's America's time to harness the hope. From the Appalachians to Silicon Bay, every American deserves better pay. $1 trillion on debt, not as a joke. Reinvest at home, let the vision provoke. America first, it's a time for change. Rebuild the homeland, let's rearrange. No more decline, our flag still waves. Land of the free, home of the brave. America first, bring it home. America first, bring it home. Yo, it's time to rebuild, let the truth be heard. America first, every action, every word. No more debt spirals, no more decline. Bring the billions back, let the city shine. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Look at Dubai, gleaming towers so high. Why can't we reflect that American pride? While Europe plays defense, we pay the cost. Trillions in debt, tell me what we lost. Homeless on the streets, bridges decaying, but billions overseas ain't what we saying. Focus on the fam, rebuild the ground. Let the stars and stripes be the loudest sound. America first, let the world take note. We rebuild our cities, keep our dreams afloat. From the highways to the skies, we're leading the game. Investing in the homeland, igniting the flame. Defense budget bloated, but for who we protect. While our infrastructure crumbles, man, show some respect. Germany pays less while we foot the bill. Time to flip the script, bring back the skill. Detroit to Chicago, let's revive the scene. Turn rust to gold, make it glimmer and gleam. Energy independence, pipelines flow. Jobs for the people, let the economy grow. No more foreign aid while our people starve. No more open borders that tear us apart. America's strength lies in its own land. Time to rise up, take.
All right, to get back to some news. Started with some TikTok updates, and then we'll go to some YouTube news.
TikTok news. Chemists just dropped a bomb on abiogenesis. They ran the numbers. The odds fall off a cliff. Proteins break faster than they form. Random chains collapse in water. That kills the life from chemical story. Every model needs design steps to stay alive. No design, no cell, no evolution. Period. Here is the line you can clip. Paper calls abiogenesis unlikely. Chemicals can't spark life alone. Tor's work shows decay wins. Facts bury chance theories. That is the truth naturalists do not want to face. YouTube news. Today, I am covering a new study that hits the core of naturalism. Chemists admit the odds behind abiogenesis are unreasonably low. Not slightly low, not inconvenient. Functionally zero. Proteins do not build themselves. They fall apart in water. They misfold. They break. The chemical bonds needed for life are unstable. Decay outpaces assembly by a wide margin. Dr. James Tour has shown this for years. Now the broader field is saying the same thing. Life needs structure, order, and coded information. No random soup delivers that. Every realistic model smuggles design steps inside the experiment. Researchers add timing, purification, sequencing, and isolation. If you remove the human hand, the whole thing collapses. This exposes a deeper problem. Evolution cannot begin without a living cell. Abiogenesis tries to fill that gap, but chemistry shuts the door. Without a design starting point, the system never gets off the ground. This is not about religion. This is about chemistry. This is about math. This is about what we can confirm in a lab. The bottom line is simple. Paper calls abiogenesis unlikely. Chemicals can't spark life alone. Tor's work shows decay wins. Facts bury chance theories. That is where the real science points. Substack News. Abiogenesis, the theory that collapses under real chemistry. The new study that shakes the foundation. A new paper has forced chemists to face a harsh truth. The odds behind abiogenesis, the belief that life comes from non-living chemicals, are not low. They are not difficult. They are unworkable. The authors describe the odds as unreasonably low, which is the academic way of saying impossible without outside input. The problem begins with the chemistry itself. Life requires stable proteins, functional sequences, and correct folding. None of that happens on its own. It does not occur in water. It does not happen in open environments. It does not happen in a chaotic soup of random chemicals. When you strip away speculation and look at the reactions step by step, the entire idea falls apart.
Yes, yes.
The chemistry kills the story. Proteins do not form by luck. Amino acids do not link in long chains without controlled conditions. Even if they link, they fall apart. Water attacks the very bonds needed for life. Heat breaks them down even faster. Light damages them. Random motion twists them into useless shapes. This is the core problem. Life is made of fragile components that require precise timing and structure. Abiogenesis teaches the opposite, that disorder creates order by accident. Chemists know better. The math does not allow it. The new study clearly points out these failures. Proteins break faster than they form. Information never appears by chance. Even if you imagine endless oceans and millions of years, the chemistry still favors decay. Naturalism loses long before cells enter the picture. James Tour was right. Dr. James Tour has been a strong voice on this topic. For years, he has demonstrated how these reactions work in real labs. He does not rely on speculation. He runs the tests. He measures the reactions. He watches the molecules fall apart. Tour's work shows that every successful abiogenesis experiment requires human intervention. Researchers purify chemicals, filter out waste, isolate products, adjust energy levels, add catalysts, and protect fragile molecules from decay. Without those steps, nothing forms. When you remove the chemist from the process, the experiment dies. The new paper confirms the same point. Decay wins. Design steps keep the system alive. Chance theories collapse. The evolution problem. Abiogenesis is not an isolated debate. Evolution depends on it. You cannot have mutation or natural selection without a working cell. You cannot have replication without information. You cannot have adaptation without machinery. This means evolution only starts if abiogenesis succeeds. Everything depends on the first cell appearing by accident. The new data shows that an accident is not an option. Without a design spark, the system never begins. Without a design foundation, the system never stabilizes. Natural selection cannot run until life already exists. The entire naturalistic story lacks an engine. This is why the scientific community is arguing. One field wants abiogenesis to be true.
Right,
Another field is watching the math collapse.
right.
Why the debate matters. This is more than academic friction. Abiogenesis is taught as a settled fact.
Yes,
Students hear that chemicals produce life through blind forces.
yes.
They hear that design is unnecessary.
Right.
They hear that time and chance explain everything.
Yep.
But the new study says the opposite. Time and chance do not help.
Amen.
Chance creates disorder.
Right.
Time increases decay.
Yes,
The process is needed for life run backwards under natural conditions.
yes,
The naturalistic model fails to meet the standards of the scientific method.
yes.
It cannot be observed. It cannot be repeated.
Right.
It cannot be tested at the whole level required to produce a cell. Researchers can only produce fragments,
Right.
and only with heavy intervention. When a theory requires design steps at every stage,
Yes.
you are not looking at a natural process.
Right.
You are looking at evidence of design,
Yes.
the line that cuts through the noise. For readers who want the heart of this debate distilled into one statement, here it is. Paper calls abiogenesis unlikely. Chemicals can't spark life alone. Tour's work shows decay wins. Facts bury chance theories. That line captures the whole story,
Yes.
not emotion, not ideology,
Right.
just chemistry. Abiogenesis fails because matter does not organize itself into living systems.
Right.
It breaks apart long before it builds. The real science points toward order, structure, and intention. Life begins with design, not chance.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and follow to learn more.
Amen. All right. So that's going to be the highlight for today. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope to come back on a little bit later and get some more information for you. But until then, God bless, and like, share, and drop a comment.